Hello and welcome back to episode 45 of our Ocarina of Time walkthrough, the Ice Cavern. After running through a bunch of falling stalactites, we'll meet a new enemy called the Freezard. Watch out for its icy breath. If you're standing in front of it, when it shoots its breath at you, it will literally turn you into an ice cube, taking away up to 2 hearts of damage. Freezards can be almost completely invisible, and then as you get closer, they'll reveal themselves. So they're very sneaky little guys. So they're very susceptible to, of course, fire, so Din's fire is very effective on them. But another way of killing them would be using your hook shot, so you can hook shot onto them, move right up to them, and then hit them with your sword. So after defeating all the Freezards, the gate will open, and we can continue on into the next room. So upon entering this next room, you'll notice a propeller of ice, which is spinning. And the object here is to collect all of the silver rubies. Watch out for the possessed flying pot. You can use your shield to defend against them, and then just run counterclockwise around the room, collecting all of the silver rubies. Right on top of this silver ruby, if you look up, you'll see a gold statula, and shoot him down to collect token number 68. And then continue on through counterclockwise. Now there's a token up here, so to get this one you have to climb up on top right where the gate is. And then when you're right over the top of the propeller, go ahead and jump over, grab that in midair. You can use your shield, and then you'll duck down and the propeller won't hurt you. And then climb back up here and run on through. Now here's an example of how you can use your hookshot to hookshot onto your Freezard. Wait for it to finish shooting its ice, and then hookshot onto it. If your timing's off, that's exactly what happened. So I waited too long after it shot its icy breath, and then when I hookshot it onto it, it was ready to breathe on me again. So poor Link got turned into an ice cube. So this room has another new enemy called an ice key. Pretty much the same as a fire key, but they will, just like the Freezard, turn you into a block of ice if they hit you. So I highly recommend taking them out ahead of time. So of course up here there's some recovery pieces if you need them, and then you'll notice a blue flame over there, so jump over to it. And then Navi will tell you a little bit about the blue flame. Says it doesn't seem natural, maybe we can use it. So, actually you almost need to use all of your bottles here, so if you have anything in them, just go ahead and get rid of it. You can replace it later, and we'll collect blue flame in all of our bottles. Or at least 3 of them. I went ahead and left 1 fairy in the 4th bottle. But you need a minimum of 2 here. So after defeating this one last Freezard here, again, wait for it to shoot its breath, then hookshot onto it. Then right to the right is a chest with pink ice. So if we drop blue flame on the pink ice, it melts it away. If you remember, the first time we saw pink ice was in the last episode, and King Zoro was encased in it. And we could open the chest to collect the dungeon map. So that is all for this room. Time to move on to the next. So just continue straight on ahead up the stairs. I'm not really sure who built the Ice Cavern, but it's a little bit steep. you have to climb up using your arms. Just saying. Anyway, watch out. There's another Freezard here. And then, of course, all these metal things that keep moving back and forth. And falling ice from the ceiling. A lot that can hurt you. Anyway, now we'll find ourselves back in this main room with the propeller again. This time, just go to the left. And there's a bunch of pink ice here, so we'll use our blue flame to melt that. There's a few goodies inside of here that we can just run in and grab. So after coming into this room, you'll see some blue fire in front of you. Watch out, there's another ice key right in front of the flame. And then go ahead and refill your bottles up here. Then to the left, there's 2 ice keys here to take out, and a chest encased again in pink ice. So melt that away. And inside the chest, we'll find the compass. Being that there's only one more chest in the Ice Cavern other than this one to open up, not really that important, but it's there anyway. So you can see there's only a couple more rooms really to go through in this mini dungeon. Straight on the other side, we'll find a piece of heart encased in pink ice. So go and melt that away, and we'll collect heart piece number 31. And then just above our heads, we've heard a statula chirping along. That is a gold statula. So if you look straight up on the ledge there of the wall, shoot him down, and collect gold statula token number 69. Alright, before we leave this room, make sure to fill at least 2 of your bottles up with blue flame. Alright, that is all for this room. So it's time to head back out into the main room again. Alright, from here you'll notice one more wall that is encased in pink ice that we have not been through. So melt that away and we'll continue that direction. Now this new room has a typical Zelda puzzle that we have to deal with. Before we deal with that, defeat all the ice keys. This is why it's a good idea to defeat the ice keys from a range, because that's exactly what will happen if they touch you. Poor Link, just like the Freezard, he'll turn into a block of ice. Before we do anything else, use your hook shot, and you'll notice the gold statula right there on the wall in front of you. So shoot him down to collect token number 70. Alright, the object of this is pretty much like it was before when we first walked into the Ice Cavern. We have to collect all of the silver rubies. So in order to do that, we have to move this giant block of ice around. So push it all the way forward against the pillar and then to the right. Then we can jump up here and use one of our blue fires to melt the ice and collect our first silver ruby. After that, we can't really do much more with that block of ice. So just push it off the side and it will respawn back to where it originally was. Now from here we'll push it in a clockwise direction around the room, collecting the remaining rubies. Now, anytime Navi flies away and turns green, that's an indication there's a secret there. So here we can play the Song of Time. So, in case you were wondering how you can get to those red rubies up there, that's how you can do it. Then that gives you easy access to the blue fire here as well. So, I recommend filling all of your bottles up. If you're following along with me here, I'm going to use at least 3 of them. Now we'll jump back down to the ground floor again, and carefully get behind that block of ice to push it over to the next ruby, and we'll grab our last 2. So now the gate opens up and we can push our block of ice straight over from here to where the locked gate was and continue on through. Here you'll have to use blue fire to continue on past the spot. If you dump it right in the middle, you'll unearth both of those pots, which I believe will have recovery hearts in them if you need them. And then through the door, and we'll enter a room that will find a Wolfo set. So they're a little bit easier now that we're an adult, as they were when we fought them as a child. So back in the Forest Temple as well. So simply just defeat him. And the chest will appear. Wolfos typically will drop arrows. Kind of cool. And we get the iron boots! So heavy that we can't run, but we can't float either. And guess who will appear? Our friend Sheik. So the Zorns are all encased in ice. Princess Rudo has been rescued, and we'll have to go defeat the monster in the water temple to, of course, save everybody. Well, we have the iron boots, so go ahead and equip them, and you'll notice you can't walk very quickly, and if you drop down into water now, you'll sink all the way to the bottom. So you can go through the door. Navi will tell you that you can't breathe underwater, so we'll have to rectify that shortly. But right now, we're back into the main room, so go ahead and put your Kokiri boots back on so that we can run much easier. The iron boots would have us moving very slowly. And then just go up to the south part of the room, through there, and that is the way out. Back out of the Ice Cavern. So we are done with this mini dungeon, and we're going to try out our new iron boots right now. So now back in Zora's Fountain, if we equip the boots while on top of the water, of course we'll sink rather quickly. And sinking all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the clock going there, because right now we have limited time in which we can breathe underwater. And run all the way down to the very bottom, and you'll see a piece of heart. Heart piece number 32. That will again give us an entirely new heart container, and we have only 4 more pieces of heart left in the game to collect. So anyway, take the boots off, and now we can swim all the way up to the top. Alright, now that we have the blue flame in our bottles, we can go find King Zora again and unfreeze him. Awesomeness! Alright, so with the Zora tunic, we can stay underwater as long as we like, spending all day down there. That timer will be gone, and now we can equip the iron boots and swim around, or walk around with the boots, underwater all day long. Down here, the only other thing that was encased in ice was the Zoran's shop. Thank you so much for watching the Ocarina of Time walkthrough video. If you do enjoy these videos, please consider liking and subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And we'll see you again for the next episode, where we will complete the Big On Sword trading sequence and obtain the biggest sword in the game.